Everybody good? All right, go ahead.
So what did it feel like? Run out there and actually being in uniform, the whole process of actually playing in a game after what you've been experiencing here the last month?
Yeah, just a blessing. Just blessed to be out there. Had my teammates in my corner since I've been here, and they was the same thing since I've been out there on the field, helping me out and everything. So just blessed.
What was their reaction with you when they found out Thursday you were going to be able to play? And if is there something maybe that stood out that maybe somebody said or did or anything like that?
I mean, everybody was just happy for me. Like, about shed a tear hugging every last one of them because, you know, they all was just happy that I was back. So.
What's it been like just to see people wearing your number, kids with Walker shirts, and, you know, a whole crowd chanting "Free Tez Walker" a couple weeks ago? I mean, the whole country, in some ways, has been, you know, involved in your story.
Yeah, it's just dope. I mean, it's just something like I've dreamed about since I was 6 years old when I started playing, being in front of something like that, stuff happening like that. So just blessing. It's a blessing.
Did you have a grasp on how big the story is, or did you try to insulate yourself away from that because maybe it made it more difficult?
I try to stay away from it because it was a little difficult.
But do you now maybe have an idea how big the story's been?
I don't. I don't really pay no attention to it.
It's been real good, I'll tell you that much.
How beneficial was it? We know you were, continuing to practice with the team. How beneficial was it to, kind of keep practicing with them? Did it help you stay in rhythm at all?
Yeah, it did. Out there going against the first team corners, so they were giving me work. I was giving them work every play, so it helped me stay in shape, helped me get good work.
I saw after you had that catch right before the end of the third quarter, you and Nate kind of did looked like a little synchronized handshake. What has the relationship been like between you two guys, obviously coming in as transfers into this offense and kind of building a bond with one another?
It's been real good. We both talk every day. Like, we know we want to come in and make an impact for this team, and that's what we've done. We still got a lot of work to do. So just me and him want to make an impact with this team. That brings us closer. Also with the rest of the room.
Tez, doing this year when this was going on, did you ever reach the point where you think it's just not going to happen this year?
I did. Yeah, I was at a point where, like, when I was on scout team, I was just prepping for next year. Like, I didn't think there was no chance that I was going to get cleared. So.
Did you give Drake any grief on the long pass to Nate where both you and he were wide open, he throws it to Nate?
Nah, I just went up to him, told him a good throw, and I was happy that we scored.
You didn't tell him you were open though?
Nah, I mean, he asked me, was it there? I was like, I guess so. I mean, we got 7 points out of the drive, so.
Tez, how much of a shock was, you're talking about, obviously you've been on scout team for a couple of weeks now, and maybe resigning yourself to the fact you weren't going to play this year. Like, how much of a shock was Thursday when you got the news? Like, what was that whole thing like?
It was very shocking. Like, I was surprised, but I was just glad it was over. Just felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders.
What did your grandma say when you told her?
She like screamed. Like, I had to turn my phone down because she screamed so loud. But she was real happy. My mom teared up. So it was a heartfelt moment.
Drake said you visited him after practice on Thursday, saying today could be the day that it happened. What gave you that optimism? What do you remember about that conversation?
What's his name? Court Evans, play on the team. He came to me after practice. He was like, "Good luck today." And like, I asked him like, what he talking about. I had no idea what he was talking about. He just said, "Good luck." So I thought in my head like he probably was working on something like that. So that's when I went to Drake. It was like, it might be a possibility.
How many people did you have here or watching? Tonight, family members?
I'm not sure the exact number. I think it's like 11, 12 people.
Like, which family members were here?
Grandma, mom, siblings, uncle, aunt. Yeah, uncles and aunts.
Tez, was the game, I guess, kind of close to what you envisioned as far as, I know obviously the first week, back in your hometown and things like that, but here now, still pretty close to where you grew up, about a couple hours away. But that sort of homecoming-ish dynamic, was it similar to kind of what you envisioned?
Yeah, it did. And then it felt nice when every time I caught a pass, the crowd got loud. So it was a dream come true.
And I know they were, trying to work you in, ease you into the game, snaps wise, targets wise, things like that. Did you kind of anticipate playing as much as you did and getting as much attention from Drake as you did?
Nah, I mean, I just, whenever my number was called from Coach Galloway, I just try to stay ready and be like dialed in, locked in for when my number was called.
And Tez, what was it like having those family members watching you in the stands? Your grandma's first time watching you play football in college?
It's heartwarming that she finally get to see me play. Like, she was never able to do that in high school, even when I was at Kent. So just glad she's able to do that now. You say what?
Did you talk to her before the game?
I don't think I did before the game.
What were those moments like before the game, Tez? Were people coming up to you, just like guys on my team, like, you know, it's go time, or were you trying to sort of get off by yourself and be quiet for a little bit? Like, what was sort of the pregame vibe like?
Like, they'd come up to me, you know, dab me up and tell me it's go time. Like, I just embrace it. But yeah, I stay locked in, stay dialed in to what I had to do. So.
And you had the North Carolina flag too.
Yeah, that was dope. Like, they had it in my locker before pregame, so thought that was dope. They let me run out with the flag.
So that was a little surprise, I guess. Right?
Yeah, it was.
How much of an honor or something like that?
You say what?
How much of an honor is something like that?
It's a great honor. Being from here, growing up in the state, everybody in the state dreams of running out the flag at this university. So.
All right, I'm good. Thank you, Ted.
Thank y'all.
Good stuff, Tez. Thank you.